Okay, so you've removed the plastic wrap from the globe. Next thing to do is take the globe out of the crate. To do that, all of the screws marked in red get removed. They're all linked with a red marker. That will allow you, very carefully, so you don't scratch the globe, to remove this corner, and that side. So you'll end up being left with two sides of the crate behind. You're also going to remove the plastic wrap which holds these bumpers in, but do not remove this plastic wrap which holds the globe together until you're ready to split the globe into two pieces. When you do split the globe into two pieces, you will need another tyre, or at least one more tyre, preferably two, with a furniture pad on it, so you can lift the top off, turn it upside down, and place it on a tyre, much like we've done here. Okay, so the motor is screwed to the crate here. This box, which is strapped to it, is full of set screws, bolts, coach bolts to hold the motor to the mounting disc over there. This will be attached more securely, but is a magnetized disc, which is the cover disc that covers up the bolts that hold the globe to this motor. We're putting it there because it's magnetized. If you follow me over here, this is the mounting base that the motor gets bolted to and that you're going to put rocks on. Bolts come in from underneath, they're coach bolts. There's a green mark which I mentioned earlier, so I won't mention it again. So we're going to ship you the motor and the base plate separately for crate reasons. There are 8 bolts, carriage bolts that come up from the bottom. This is handmade, so I would advise putting it together so that these two green pieces of tape line up. That way it will be easier for you and you won't have to use so much of this. Tighten it down and you're good to go. Okay, so there you've got this out of the crate, and you're going to split it. The globe splits everywhere there is a green piece of tape. And what you want to do is have 3 people separated equally around the globe and lift the top part straight up, because there are 6 places where it is broken horizontally, and we want to go straight up from there. And then you're going to go through the doorway that you need to get through, and on the other side of that doorway you're going to turn this upside down and attach it to the motor that is over there. Okay, so at this point you're going to attach the lower half of the globe to the motorized base, which is over there. And to do that, you're going to put the bolts in from the top. And the reason for this is, I'm not going to actually attach it, but I'm just going to demonstrate what you do. These bolts then get nuts attached to them from the underneath of that motor. When they're nice and tight, you can install the cover plate, which has 4 magnets which will lock onto these bolts. Voila. Make sure they're nice and tight. You can then move the globe and the base as one piece. So, having split the globe in 2, you're going to insert the slide bolts that hold the horizontal hoops together. Each of them has a number. This is number 1, goes in slide bolt hole number 1. Unscrew the set screw just a little bit, slide it into this slot. You can come out into this slot here as far as it goes, and then just very loosely tighten it up so it doesn't fall out. Repeat that for the other ones. Number 2, number 3. And the idea here is that nothing sticks out past this point, because we're going to be sliding the second piece of the globe. It's going to come down, and at that point we're going to then slide the bolt in and secure it so that the horizontals have a locating mechanism. And as you can see, 4, 5 and 6 go the other way, but the arrows should match. So again, same thing, slide it all the way in. and loosely tighten this up, just enough to hold it in place. Number 5, again loosely tighten, and number 6. And remember, when you have the two pieces of the globe together, you're going to loosen this set screw and slide the bolt out as far as it goes, and then tighten down the other set screw, which is going to be here. Okay, so this is actually upside down from the way you're going to do it. The way you're going to do it is this part is going to be attached to the base and it's going to be the other way up. But the important part is one set screw is already in place. That's where the stud part is coming out. And when the two are back together again, you're going to squeeze these two pieces together, and when they are together, you're going to insert a set screw. Just for information's sake, this is a 16th inch Allen wrench. And we're going to tighten it up, making first sure that there is no gap here, which there probably is, but I'm not doing it for real. And then don't over tighten them. This is aluminum, it's quite easy to strip. That is sufficient tightness. There you go. And repeat that 24 times, and don't forget that you have to do the horizontal slider bolts. They also have an extra set screw. Okay, so once the two globes are together, you need to align and use the slide bolts to keep the horizontal tubes in alignment. So what we're going to do is, first of all, loosen the set screw slightly. Just a couple of turns. Then using your fingers, align the tubing and slide the bolt in like you are. It was in a fence or something. There we go. So that's where, now we're going to tighten that up for good this time. And then we're going to put another set screw in this hole here and tighten that one up. Repeat that 6 times.